Hey guys, welcome back, or if you're new here, then welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my everyday summertime makeup routine. I like to keep it really light and bronzy in the summertime, something really quick. If you enjoy this video and want to see some more, then please go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to see exactly how I got this look, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay guys, so to get started with my everyday summertime bronzy foundation routine, I guess, I like to prep it with MAC Fix Plus. Okay, cool. So while that's kind of sinking in, I'm gonna actually zoom you guys in a bit. Gonna go in with my Ordinary Coverage Foundation in the shade 2.0 YG, which is light to medium skin tone with yellow golden undertones. I already did actually put on an SPF of 50. I always do. It's like my moisturizer. And I also before put on my Fresh Sugar Coconut Hydrating Lip Balm. And I like to put on lip balm to let it sink into my lips while I do my makeup. So now that my face is dry from that Fix Plus, I'm just gonna go ahead and do about like almost a pump on the back of my hand. And I'm just gonna dot it on. So I'm just blending in with my sponge. You really want to blend in your foundation really well. Make sure it doesn't look really cakey. I'm really focusing around my T-zone because I find in the center of my forehead and like around here can start to look really cakey and dry looking throughout the day. So I just want to really blend that in. Okay, next for concealer, I'm going to use a mix of the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This one is C4. It's not exactly my color, but it's actually it's a neutral undertone, so it has a little pink to it, so it'll help color correct my under eyes a bit. And then I also like to mix in a bit of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in 10 to help even out that pink tones in it. And I just dot a little bit, mostly in the darkness right there, and then a little bit on my eyelids to help cover those veins. And I'll just do a little bit of the Makeup Revolution where I want to highlight on my face. Wow, that looks pretty crazy. Then going in with the Maybelline one and kind of filling in the other places where I'd usually conceal and highlight. I'm going to set it. I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lock-It loose powder in Petal. So I just take a little bit on my sponge and just at the very corner where I get some creasing, I will set it really lightly. Next, I'm going to cream bronze, I guess, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Cushion Bronzer. I usually use this, or if I want kind of more of a darker, more defined contour, I'll use the LA Girl Pro Conceal and Toast. So I'm just dumping the butt end of my sponge, and I'm gonna start at the hairline. This stuff, it blends out really nicely, and it just makes you look like overall bronze without really piling powders on top. Sometimes I probably will, like I'll set this with a bronzer, but I just won't go as heavy-handed as if I was just using the bronzer on its own. So it's hard to tell with this lighting because the light's directly on me, but it just helped bronze up my forehead. I'm just gonna go around the perimeter of my face with it and bring it into my cheek, underneath my cheekbones right here. So next I'm going to take my usual Wet n Wild my Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder in warm beige, and I'm going to take a powder brush and just lightly set everywhere. I don't want to put too much powder on. This brush is really fluffy and not so dense, so it doesn't pick up a lot of powder. I just want to set everything to make sure that it doesn't move around throughout the day. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my e.l.f. 103 brush and my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to set over that cream bronzer I did very lightly. I don't want too much to make it look way too dark. I just mostly want to set everything that I covered. This powder is extremely pigmented though, so sometimes I honestly don't even dip into the box. I will literally just use whatever was left on the brush from before, because I pretty much only use this bronzer ever. And I'm also going to run it kind of on top of my nose and down the sides of my nose, just to help shape it and like make it look like the sun hit me there also, because that's where it would hit you naturally. I will wear the LA Girl Just Blushing in Just Be You. They're extremely pigmented, so I brush on the back of my hand first before I put it on. Next, really want to highlight and do it up, so I'm going to use my Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. I'm first going to go in with Moonstone, which is a slightly pink shade. Tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna go over the high points of my cheeks here with that and kind of make a C shape on both sides. Tip my nose, and then I only highlight right here on my nose. I don't highlight completely down the bridge, so I find it emphasizes like the length of your nose too much, but I highlight right here in between my eyes, because that's naturally when you look, the light will hit there. And then also the Cupid's bow, more on the little tip. I also run some just underneath my brow bone to help highlight that point, and whatever's extra, I'll just go over very slightly. I don't want it to look too glittery on my forehead, but right where the arch of my brow is, just up here, I will hit some highlight. There's also a bronzer highlight shade in here, and if I'm really feeling it, which I am today, I will take a fluffy brush and just lightly brush off the excess and dab in there and just hit the forehead with that bronzer shade. And then going back into the Sun Dip palette, I'm going to take the lightest shade, which is called Summer, and I'm just going to take it back on the same brush, and on the very, very high points of my cheek, like just right here, I focus it just to really make that one spot pop. Oh yeah. And then a little bit more on the nose, and then Cupid bow, just to blend it all together. And then to help really make that highlight melt into the face, I will grab one of the clean sides of my sponge, and I'll just lightly go over everywhere where I highlighted, and it just helps melt everything in. So I'm going to use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. Like usual, I don't really do much. I will just go over with my finger to get any powders off of it before I go in with my brow gels. Same brow gels I use all the time. I use the Essence Make Me Brow, and then I use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel right on top. Then I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush. This is the Wet n Wild P20, and I'm going to take the same bronzer I used, so the Hoola bronzer. I'm just gonna dip it in there lightly, and I'm just gonna go along my entire lid with it, and then I fluff it into the crease, just to add some definition to my eye. So I'm going to sparkle my lashes here. And for mascara, I'm going to use... Where's my mascara? How do I lose mascara? Like... Hello, mascara. Oh, okay. Found it. Wrong drawer. Wrong drawer. Favorite mascara right now is the NYX Worth the Hype. Honestly, it gives me such great like length and volume. Okay, and then while that's drying, I'll go in with my Wet n Wild Skinny Mascara, and I like to use this for my bottom lashes. They have like fibers in it, so it helps lengthening. I'm going to take my liquid highlighter. These are the Sephora Radiant Luminizing Drops in Morning Light. And I'm just going to take a few drops of these and put it on my chest. I'm going to put it here on my collarbone a bit, just because I'm wearing an off-the-shoulder top. Oh my god, that was way too much. Okay, and then with a somewhat clean side on my sponge, I'm just going to make my shoulder look right in there. Now more shiny. Cute. Okay guys, that's everything for my everyday summer routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.